in the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get outside. Makes it past the marker. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You've got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Wilson to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. This crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
To the air, it's Kane. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Finds his back in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The screen, he's got wheels. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lockett. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nice job there by the defender in coverage, one-on-one with the running back out in the flat. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down. Gain of no yards.
Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting it fourth.
And the Wolverines will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try the toss to the left. He's past the 30. Breaks into the open. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Pulls it in. It's Paul. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Seminoles are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. No siree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. A strike downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back to throw, it's King. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a 1st down.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. The toss to the right. Running into the open space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring back.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And back to the air on second down. On target. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking. And that was a creative play call, but a better defensive play to stop it for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Wilson to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
There was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration out front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Looking for a man. It's King. Swings it out to his running back. There he goes. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes, and he can throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. He leaves it with his back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. The jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Look out, he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. Wilson will throw. Slings it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun, looking to throw. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. To the air on second down. Under fire. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it left. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends, they got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They booted away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Jefferson. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when the guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Timeout. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's King. Oh, they're after him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's going to run him all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here's a heat. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jefferson. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half. You take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin City limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellows, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw. It's Berry. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden, those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to.
Going downfield for the big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, the long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Looking for a crease to the left. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. The give to the tailback. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The corners are walked up tight. Running behind that left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it.
He wants to take the top off. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. It's a reverse. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
wide receivers, running backs, you see them. They're interchangeable now. You see each playing different positions and handing the ball to wide receivers like you get here. You know, wide receivers are getting the ball more and more in space, but you're also trying to hand them the football so they can make some plays, get more touches, especially those.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, no! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though. And that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
They want to run this quarterback. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's King. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hit as he throws.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Berry. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. And he's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Trying the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the run, it's Lockett. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Big catches, big plays. Tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Catch on 3rd down. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Man, what a game this guy's been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions. You're looking really, really good. And late in the ball game, and you go for it.
Time to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
When you're down 2 possessions, the defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the tight end. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Looking to pass. It's King. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man, it's Kane. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Right down the middle. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They'll try the run. Got room to work. Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins champ.
Got it in stride inside the 20. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Shoots it to the left. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pressure coming. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.